Namaste and welcome back. Stage 3, we are now into the concentration and visualization development. So hopefully through the last 2 stages you've developed a little bit more of an awareness of who you are, where you're blocked, what bits are really screaming at you for a little bit more attention, what they need even, and how they can be transformed within your body. The last stage, obviously, we were practicing our breathing and our breath, and I hope you noticed the difference between using the breath pre and post and how that affects your conscious reactions and your decisions, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So now we are able to calm our emotional body down. We're able to see what's going on. We can use that body scan whenever things are getting a bit tense. And now we are into the realm of the mind and the sharpening of our rational mind to develop that concentration, that focus, that ability to get in the zone, you know. And we are also activating our abstract mind. So the two work hand in hand to create this union, to create this bridge so that our personality and our soul can communicate efficiently, and we can receive those intuitions as accurately as possible as ideas. So as soon as an intuition becomes an idea, there is always going to be a distortion. You know, so much we hear people say, well, my intuition says this or that, but there's always going to be some kind of filter that's shaping it from its point of truth into reality. So by practicing meditation, we are sharpening our ability to be able to focus just on that one thing, to see what may distort it and let that dissipate, and to activate our abstract mind so that we can interpret abstractions, abstract feelings, abstract sounds, abstract knowingnesses, and as I've said before, we are all unique. So you are going to intuit in a different way to all of your friends, all of your family. Your innate sensitivity is very different. We are all unique. This matrix of soul and personality, both are unique, and them together, another uniqueness. So it's how we get them to work together. And this stage is kind of this part where we're trying to get these two parts of our mind to communicate. So the practice today will be on focus, on concentration. We all have that feeling, when you're in something and nothing else is there. When you're reading a really good book, when you're watching a really good film, you're in that zone. You're nowhere else. And it's the same in our meditation. And can you think about it? If you were to apply that level of focus to how you did your every single day, and if you take that even higher, imagine how that would be to apply that focus to every single moment. How different our lives could be with that level of focused awareness and concentration. We can kind of create anything because we're not being pulled and pushed in other directions. Now I have 3 kids and I'm not getting rid of my 3 kids, and they're like these kind of reminders that you do get pulled in all these directions. That's life. You're not going to get rid of your children. You're not going to get rid of your thoughts or your emotions or your friends or your family. And your friends may change. You can get rid of them now and then. But it's to keep that clear clarity within you of what you're focusing on. What are you doing? So meditation is a really good way of practicing that. And in your journal, of concentrating your thoughts of what you want to do that day, how you want to, what are the things, imagine if you list out all the things you want to do that day and plan it out fully in a concentrated manner that is realistic as well, you're more likely to be able to achieve them. as opposed to, you know, having some notion that you might want to get something done at some point in time. Those things are going to pull you away from that concentrated decision of doing something, because it has to have boundaries. It has to be tangible. And if it's not, we can very easily distract it. You know, if you want to be a superstar, you want to have loads of money, then there has to be a concrete plan. There has to be a concentrated chain of order of actions for that to happen. It's not like it's just going to get landed on your lap. The same to your own self-development. You're not suddenly going to become enlightened, or the space for you to commune and create that connection with your soul isn't necessarily going to suddenly be there. Footnote, for some people it does. But for most of us, 99% of us, we have to do something about it. We have to apply some decision making to how we're going to spend our time in these bodies, in our days, in our years, in our life. And that requires concentration. That requires focus. That requires getting in the zone sometimes to do the thing or the things that enable the chain of things to happen for that goal to be achieved. There's a very Sagittarian notion. Setting a goal, reaching that goal, and then seeing the next goal and reaching that goal. And the visualization, if we were going to relate it to the zodiac, is very, very Piscean. It's, you know, being able to feel and sense into this non-physical realm and understand what it's telling you, how it's communicating with you, and then getting familiar with your means of sensing and interpreting that to the truest idea that is true for you as a unique person. The visualization is a really important part of developing this capacity for intuition development. It's like the seeing of this third eye, the two physical eyes to sense one of the five senses is sight, and then the sixth sense being that insight, which is represented by this third eye. It's not that you actually have an eye, but it's the way of seeing into the more subtler realms, and it's visual, it's sight. We can also have this capacity to hear into the ether, but it's this capacity to see which connects us upwards through our crown and to higher planes of consciousness. So easy peasy, that's what we're going to do in the next meditation. We're going to get you in the zone, and then we're going to develop the ability of your creative imagination to visualize. Let's do it. Namaste and welcome to stage 3 of this meditation course with me, Ellie La Trobe. We are on to concentration and visualization, and this meditation is going to be a goodie. So come and sit in your comfortable seated position, whatever that is, and prepare to sharpen your mind. Rotating those shoulders, just get your body comfortable, whatever movements you need to make that body comfortable. Growing up through the crown of your head, rooting down through the sits bones into the ground beneath you. Inhaling, growing up through the crown of our head. Exhale, rooting down through our sits bones into the ground beneath us. Let's take 10 of those breaths. Down on the exhale. Inhale upwards on the inhale. See if you concentrate on moving the breath up and down the spine. Rooting and maybe visualizing roots going down into the earth on that exhale. Inhale, growing your branches up above you on the inhale. A couple more rounds, noticing when you get distracted. And once again, we're going to bring our awareness to the nostrils. Inhaling to brow center, exhaling out of the two nostrils. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Now, with this breath coming in through the nostrils and up to the third eye, we're going to see if we can count 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, and so on. See how high you can count before you get distracted, and then return back to 1. Keep going if you don't get distracted. Try to get higher each time if you do. Just this one point of focus. Keep going. Soften the face. Keep going. Soften the shoulders. Keep going. Slightly engage the belly on the exhale. Keep going. Taking 3 big breaths, inhaling through those 2 nostrils up to the 3rd eye and out again. And then to this 3rd eye, turning your eye gaze inwards and upwards, bring the tongue to your roof of your mouth. Check your body is sitting comfortably. And in that 3rd eye, see if you can see a circle, and what color is that circle? See if you can get that circle to focus. Maybe it's a shape and not a circle. Maybe it's an oval. Maybe it's an eye shape. Maybe it's a square. Maybe it's a triangle. I don't know. What shape is it that is being created in this mind's eye? And see if you can bring all your concentration to this visual, this shape. And if it keeps moving, don't worry. See if you can just keep coming to focus it back. And then to this mind eye, see if you can visualize an eye. Now, visualization doesn't mean you actually see it per se in the usual way. You see it in this higher part of your brain where you know it's there. What color is it? Shut the eye and then open it. And with that eye, look upwards. Visualize light falling down from the sky of different abstractions and shapes, sensations, colors, movements. Your head center. This is where we receive light and insight. Receiving what you need to receive. And into that eye, seeing what you need to see, create the shape of what you need to see right now. What is it? Can you give it some form? Can you give it some color? Can you understand what it's about? And bringing your hands together and rubbing them. Bringing both hands to your heart. Bringing your mind's eye to the heart. And in the place where you feel your spiritual heart, see if you can visualize the bud of a lotus flower. See if you can visualize that bud gold. And as you breathe into that bud, see if you can allow the petals to open. See if you can feel the blue electricity through the body. And as those petals open, allow that blue electric light to expand through your body. See it, feel it. And inside that flower, see what's there. What's in your heart, what's in the heart of that flower. And then bringing both hands to your belly. See if you can visualize a little flame, a little candle flame in your belly. And ask that flame whether it needs to be bigger, like a fire in a stove or a fireplace. Or whether maybe it's too big and it needs to be a bit smaller. And create that fire. Bring your mind's eye, bring your concentration and visualize that fire in your belly. Let it warm your whole body. Enable you to transform anything that you need to transform. Any place in your life that you need to take the reins and be the controller of your own destiny. To believe in yourself. And then releasing your hands to your knees. Palms up or down, depending on what you feel. And back to your mind's eye, bring your eye gaze inwards and upwards. Back to that circle or that eye shape at the brow. And at this point, ask yourself, what are you trying to create in this day before you? This is a blank canvas. Can you bring to mind tangibly the things that you are going to concentrate your mind on today? What is the quality of the day that you want to create? How do you want to live within this day? And visualize from those concrete decisions on what you want to create today. Visualize what your day looks like, or you are willing your day to look like. Sometimes you won't get what you want. Like sometimes you want to be productive, but your whole body just wants to rest. So take note of when I've been asking you those prompts, when you just want to lie down. And equally, try to understand whether that's a true need or if that's just one that's a familiar pattern. So straight after this meditation, I want you to write down all the things you want to do today, how you want to do them, and the quality of your day that you want to create. We're going to sound Om to seal this practice. Inhale and exhale. And inhale for Om. Om. So get on with your journaling, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.